You know, it's said that the best times of our lives are spent with family and friends. All the work we've done falls away when what we hold on to are those times we just get together with the ones we love. Stories and laughter flow. Well, that's why we named this latest Country's Family Reunion Gettin' Together. Because when we get together with our favorite country music legends, just like our own families, the stories and the laughter just comes pouring out. Oh, and we sing some great songs too. Hosted by Whisperin' Bill Anderson and featuring several new country music legends who wanted to get together with us. Once again, we capture precious memories you'll enjoy for years to come. So why not sit a spell and listen in on Country's Family Reunion, Gettin' Together.
Bo Bandy, are you mad at Johnny Lee about something?
No, I'm at Gene.
Gene Watson?
Gene Watson. I'm upset with Gene.
What's the problem?
Gene, roll out that list of names that was on your album.
Oh.
Huh?
I couldn't help it because I had Mo's old number. When I was doing that, I had everybody on there except Mo. Now he's mad.
Well, I think I'm mad too now. Come to think of it.
See what you got started?
I was. Yeah, see that? See,
Yeah, he said a lot of his close friends.
Yeah.
Close friends stopped by and sang with him.
I mean, he rolled out that name and it was everybody. I looked like the Maytag repairman sitting home waiting on this call. I had the song, everything picked out. He never called me.
Bo, I'll make it up to you. Just cool down.
Yeah. He wants. Last time we did this show, Gene didn't want to talk that much, so he kept saying, "Mo, tell him."
Well, do you change your phone number all the time? Is that part of the problem?
I ain't changed my phone number in 20 years.
I got it, Gene, if you want it.
What I said, I had that old one.
I mean, I'm sitting home.
Might ought to hush, Mo.
Yeah. I'm digging myself in, but I have never been so lonely in my life. Sitting there waiting on that call.
You feel real humiliated?
I do. I feel very humiliated.
Last time we
what happens is he rolls that names out every time I'm around him. Oh, I had so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'm sitting there going, yeah, okay. But,
well, don't feel bad about it. I ain't on there either.
oh, really? Okay.
A whole bunch of us ain't.
The last time we got together for this reunion, I gave up my solo to have him sing Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall with me. You got my old number too?
I hope you're happy, Mo.
We ought to all do an album and leave you off of it.
Yeah.
How about a song from Bo? We're not going to leave you off here. We're going to let you start things.
Can I help
No, thank you. I'm afraid to let you help me. Here's a song I recorded.
He's done that.
Do that again.
You see that?
Do that again.
That was pretty smooth.
That
wasn't
was good. One more time.
it? You don't know, do you?
Again.
I told somebody asked me to wear a hairpiece. I said, why would I want one with a hole in the back of it? You know, don't make sense. Here's a song I recorded. Been recorded many times, but I had a top 10 version of this. We'd like to do it for you someday soon. There's a young girl that I know. She just turned 21. Comes from down in southern Colorado. I just got out of the service. Now I'm looking for my fun. Someday soon, she'll go with me someday soon. Her parents cannot stand me 'cause I work the rodeo. Say that he's the kind to leave you crying. But I know she'll follow me down any road I go. Someday soon, she'll go with me someday. someday soon. When I visit her, her pa ain't got one good word to say. Guess it's 'cause he was just as wild back in his early days. So blow you old blue norther, blow me on my way. I'm driving back from California. I love those dang old rodeos as much as I love her. Someday soon, she'll go with me someday soon. When I visit her, her pa ain't got one good word to say. Guess it's 'cause he was just as wild back in his early days. So blow you old blue norther, blow me on my way. I'm driving back California. I love those dang old rodeos as much as I love her. Someday soon, she'll go with me someday soon. Someday soon, she'll go with me someday soon. Someday soon, she'll go with me. She told me she would. Thank you.
On your way back to your seat, give Gene your new phone number.
I'm going to give it to him right now.
Farron Young called me one time, and I answered the phone. He said, "What are you doing answering the phone?" He said, "This is the same phone number you had 3 months ago. I thought you was a big star. You're supposed to change your phone number every 3 months." As only Farron would do.
I would have changed mine, but I was waiting on this call.
There's a lady, pretty lady, sitting down at the far end down there that we have not really introduced or gotten to talk with much today. You should be one of the happiest people in the world. So many good things are happening
right.
for Linda Davis. Linda, we welcome you. We're glad you're here.
Well, I tell you what, being in the midst of all of you is one of the happiest days. And to hear these stories, I mean, I'm just soaking this up and I don't want it to end.
Well, I said you got a lot to be happy for. Your former, I guess, employer, I guess you were employed by Reba McEntire, and y'all recorded a #1 duet together, and she also just went in the Country Music Hall of Fame.
Yes, she did.
So I know that makes you extremely happy.
2 great ladies went in. That's good.
Oklahomans.
How about that?
And your daughter, your pretty daughter, Hillary Scott, is part of the most successful group in country music these days called Lady Antebellum.
It's a real fun time for our family, and we couldn't be more excited for Hillary and thankful for this blessing because, you know, the time it's a small amount of time that someone, if you get your break, it goes fast. And I've told her, enjoy it while you're there because it's really a special time. Don't be looking so far ahead that you're not in the moment because it's just,
Bill,
it's supposed to be fun.
You can give me a little bit of credit for putting them together.
You put Lady Antebellum
I
together?
took Lang Scott after he won You Can Be a Star. I said, there's this good-looking lady over yonder playing the piano. We ought to go over there and take a look, you know, just have a drink. So we did, and Linda was the one that's playing the piano. So it didn't take them long to get together.
And Hillary's birthday is your birthday, April
Yeah.
1st.
There you go.
Same
So,
birthday.
It's a small world.
One of the days you and I were together doing another project was the day of the Grammy Awards. We're going to be that night. Walk us through, what does Mama do when baby daughter is nominated for a Grammy? Now, you obviously did not go to Los Angeles.
I
So did
had
you go home and
business-
just watch the TV? What was going through your mind?
Well, I had business with Bill, so I couldn't leave town. I was happy to be doing our project, but we did have a little party We did. We had a few friends over, and every time they walked on stage, our roof just got a little bit higher and a little bit higher. But it's just, I mean, you know, all of you have children, some of you have children in the business, and it is a tough business, but if that's what you're born to do, you just got to get out there and do it, and that's, right now is her time, and we're just...
Tell them about that great husband you got.
Well, I do have a real good husband.
Yeah.
So his name is...
I want to say, as being like family with Linda and Lang and them, that girl's Hillary's really got her head on straight, and that's a direct testimony to her mom and daddy.
Oh, yeah.
But you know, she didn't have to keep on with it, but she really does. She's smart, she loves God, and she's so talented, and she's a real giving person, and you just love to see good things happen to somebody like that.
Thank you.
Maybe some people don't remember, but when TNN was on and Jim Ed hosted the forerunner to American Idol called You Can Be a Star, Lang Scott, who is now your husband, was the first grand prize winner.
Yeah.
And you were the prize.
It worked out real good for me.
How about singing us a song?
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to.
You got it. That's right.
Bill Lynn and I recorded a duet together this is 1983, in Charlie Pride's studio in Dallas, Texas, and the group Atlanta. I don't know if you remember them. They were around for a little bit.
Yeah.
They were the band, and I was so new, I didn't have any idea what I was doing, but she was in the studio, and she looked just like that, 28 years ago. And I had been married about 2 years, and I just wanted to just kick my wife to the curb. Y'all not gonna keep that part, are you? No, I don't. But I got to sing with her that long ago, and have just been in love with her ever since, and just have watched all the success she's had.
You mean your soon-to-be ex-wife, don't you?
That's right. That's ex-wife.
What'd he say?
Soon to be
Soon-to-be ex-wife.
And
She
we're
knows
both
better.
from East Texas, so we have that in common.
Jeannie Seeley said Neil's clothes are going to be on the curb when he gets home.
Oh, tell them what happened to you the same year, too.
Well,
Or I'll tell, I'm proud of you. They went into the Texas Country Music Hall of Fame
Yeah, we did together.
the same year. Yes, yeah, last year. Wasn't it last year?
and Neil,
Or 2
we're
years
in
ago.
we're in real good company because some more of them are in this room that's in the Texas
Yeah.
Hall of Fame. So this is it's truly an honor to be here. When you invited me to participate in one of these events, I was just okay. You know my number, and I thought, well, there's just so many people to fill these chairs but you were good on your promise. Thank you so much. The song I chose to do, and the band is so awesome to have learned it for me. I think you probably played it a few times with the originals. But Neil and I have in common another friend, and that's Charlie Pride, because Neil was on the road with Charlie forever. I bet you learned a whole lot from him.
I learned a lot.
When I was a little girl, Santa Claus brought us a record player and 2 record albums. And one was Charlie Pride and one was George Jones. And this song was on both of them. And then, of course, the great Jack Green put his touch to it, and he recorded it. So anyway, I'd love to do all I have to offer y'all is me.
Good. Yeah.
Before you take another step, there's something you should know about the years ahead and how they'll be. You'll be living in a world where roses hardly ever grow. And all I have to offer you is me. There'll be no mansions waiting on the hill with crystal chandeliers, and there'll be no fancy clothes for string band, and all I have to offer you is me. There'll be no mansions waiting on the hill with crystal chandeliers, and there'll be no fancy clothes for you to wear. Everything I have is standing here in front of you to see. All I have to offer you is me. All I have to offer you is me.
I was down in the hen house on my knees and I thought I heard chicken sneeze. Chicken so hard with the whooping cough, sneezed his head and his tail right off. Whoa, he lost his head and his tail. Oh yeah.
Always fun to see old friends, but it's always fun to welcome some new people to our getting-togethers, our family reunions. Jamie Daly and Darren Vincent sitting back over there. Daly and Vincent, one of the hottest new acts in all the bluegrass music. Really glad you guys could come by today.
We're happy to be here. We're like kids in candy store. We're loving it.
Jamie, your background was with, I know among other things, I know you worked with Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver for a long time, one of the best bluegrass vocal groups in the world.
Oh, yeah.
Give us just a little more of your history.
Well, I grew up in Gainesboro, Tennessee, and oh, there's my microphone. Hello. I grew up in Gainesboro, Tennessee, and went to work for Doyle Lawson and Quicksilver in 1999 and stayed there 9 years singing lead and tenor, and really enjoyed my time there, learned a lot. I became friends with Darren Vincent in 2001. I spoke to him. He didn't even speak to me. I said, what a snob, you know. And he just, seriously, true story. I spoke to him, said, how you doing? He just looked at me and turned his head, you know, and I thought, wow.
Johnny Lee did the same thing to me.
But I had this idea that I wanted to start a group, and I loved Doyle, but I wanted to work for myself and work on my own. And so I was at IBMA one year at the awards show, and I'll let Darren tell the rest of the story because I like to rub it in his face all I can. Here you go, Darren.
Well, we were sitting there, and I was sitting with Ricky Skaggs. I was working with him at the time, and he came out on the awards show singing a gospel song called "Be Livin'," and it has a really high vocal part in it. And when he hit the high note, Ricky and I just came out of the seats really screaming and applauding and everything. And by the time the song was over, I went backstage, and as he was coming off, I had my hand out and I said, I'm Darren Vincent, and I want to be your friend.
I told him, I said, all it took was a high note.
Well, Darren's got a pretty good pedigree, last name. He happens to be Rhonda Vincent's brother. So
that's right.
Rhonda's had a lot of success. How come you didn't team up with her and do the brother-sister thing?
She's hard to work with. And Gene will find out. I'm kidding. No. We sang together all of our life. We grew up in a family group, and my mom and dad and my brother Brian, and we was the five of us who went worldwide singing. And it just came to a point where we started growing. I think Rhonda even went with Jimmy Brown for a while and came to Nashville and worked with him. And then after that, I came to a place in my life. I had a baby and not bought a wife, but purchased, no, not purchased, but married a wife. And so we moved to Nashville and prayed about it and got up with Ricky and spent 12 years with Ricky and really learned a lot about the business because I'd been around my family my whole life. And so Ricky really put me under his wing and taught me a lot and really nourished me. And then I met Jamie and I figured, you know, the Lord has provided such a great opportunity with Jamie, and I loved his singing. And so we just started a duo and just went and took a leap of faith.
Well, you've certainly been successful. Have you guys seen the bus they travel in? They got their pictures 47 feet high on the side of that bus.
That's the tallest I've ever been.
Bill, do you remember what you told me one night at the Grand Ole Opry? I think it was you that told me this. It was either you or Jim Ed. We were backstage at the Opry, and we had at the old Ryman, we had our bus parked out front because we were getting ready to leave out on tour. And Bill came back there and he said, "Son," he said, "why are you putting your pictures and your name on the side of the bus when the rest of us trying to get rid of it?"
Well, it's the greatest free advertising in the world. I always thought it was, but I don't know. In recent years, it seems like people got away from putting their names on their buses, didn't want to be bothered or whatever. But a lot of people know who Daly and Vincent are because they've seen that big bus rolling down the road.
Yeah, and we appreciate Cracker Barrel for that too. They're great.
How come you wouldn't talk to him right at first?
Yeah, why wouldn't you talk to me at first?
I didn't like you. No, actually, I was talking to somebody else, and he came up and interrupted my conversation. I thought, has he no respect for this other person? That's exactly what I thought to start with. That's why I didn't talk to him. Back to you, Jamie.
But every time I'm talking now, he walks up, "Hey, Jamie, we got to go do this." He'll interrupt me now.
Well, how about getting the two of you to do a song?
We'd love to.
Daly and Vincent. They are so good.
Bill. Whoops. Bill.
Yeah, Helen.
Have you noticed that they haven't made it yet, though, because they have satin jackets and holy jeans?
I'll tell you right now, we are very, very thankful to be here. Somebody help me get this thing on right. I've got this all tied up wrong here.
Where's our union people?
I can't get this on. I'm going to have to hold it, I guess.
Couldn't happen to a better guy.
Well, as I was saying earlier, it's such an honor to be here with all of you. We love your music, and we've listened to you, and I don't take this wrong, but we listened to you for a long time, and we've loved every minute that we've heard all of you sing. We love your songs, and it's just a privilege to be here, and I just don't feel like we deserve to be here, really.
I don't at all.
But we are happy to be here, and now that I've had my Hallmark moment, we'll go ahead and sing this song, boys. I think I do if we could get somebody.
It really looks good like that.
Yeah, me holding it.
Just hold it.
You ought to travel on the bus with him. That's my alarm clock right there, him laughing every day.
Hey, Darren.
But,
Darren, is that handkerchief real, or is that one of those fake?
It's fake.
This song right here is from a hero of mine, Jimmy Fortune. He wrote this, and Jimmy's been my longtime childhood hero. I love you, brother. We're going to sing one of your songs, okay?
Thank you, buddy.
You and I were meant for one another. Today we'll join our hearts eternally. And this moment I'll always remember. All the words that mean so much to me, and you're my only love, my only love, and I just thank the Lord above for you each day. I can't believe the way I feel. You're so special, you're so real. And I know you'll always be my only love. Listen closely to the words I'm saying.
special, you're so real. And I know you'll always be my only love. I know you'll always be my only
Daly and Vincent. Jamie Daly and Darren Vincent. That's incredible. How's it make you feel, Jimmy Fortune?
Mighty fine, I'll tell you that, buddy.
I dread I feel sorry for whoever's got to follow them here in a minute.
I know I don't.
They did, of course, an entire album as a tribute to the Statler Brothers, and you were a part of the Statler Brothers. What did all the guys think about the way they did their songs?
Well, we were all flattered, for one thing, and and after listening to it and seeing how true they stayed to the songs and everything, it just meant so much to us, that, and plus they're singing. They're two of the best singers on the planet. So, what an honor it is to have somebody sing your song. And matter of fact, when I'm in Cracker Barrel, sometimes people will walk up and say, "Hey, you're on the radio," but it's Jamie.
I don't sound that good.
I ain't sang that high since 5th grade.
I haven't either. Darren, we saw his family growing up. We did a lot of bluegrass festivals, and they were the Sally Mountain Show. And we knew from seeing them as young kids that they were going to be incredible. This guy has a laser voice.
Yeah.
His parts are always right. And his pitch is always true. It is and it's a blending voice. When he left Ricky, we were so happy for him, but it was like, oh man, we're just really proud of him.
He sounds a lot like Ricky Skaggs.
Yeah.
Did y'all sing any duets or anything? Or?
He wouldn't let me.
It's just like him, yeah.
And I'll tell you, he knows. I won't say any names, but we were on tour together.
Oh, say them.
And he knows what I'm going to say. There was people sound checking on stage, and they were doing a duet, but neither one of them was singing the lead.
Interesting concept.
And so I'm going downstairs at this, and he's coming up the stairs, and he's singing the lead to me, and I'm thinking to myself, where's the lead? Somebody, where's first? And I'm going, and we just are meet eyes, and he just starts singing the lead. I'm going, I know, there he is.
Gene Watson. We need a Gene Watson song. We hadn't heard one today.
Yeah, this par for the course, isn't it? I've been sitting here enjoying all this fine talent and everything, and I'm embarrassed. But no, it's a real pleasure being here. As always, I appreciate the opportunity anytime I get to come back and be on one of these get-togethers, and I thank Larry Black and everybody that allows me to come and agitate Mo. But, I got to say this. I've had so many fans, just like everybody in here, come through the autograph line and tell me they just got through watching me on Country's Family Reunion and all that. This is a great way of keeping country music alive, and people really enjoy it. And I like to say this, I've got a new album coming out, probably by the time this will be aired. Had a lot of people ask me, where can I get this? Well, I went back and recorded 25 of the biggest songs, in my opinion, that I ever recorded. And thanks to Dirk Johnson for producing it for me, we got it so much like the originals that every time I'd start to sing one of these songs, and I have changed it, he'd say, whoop, 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 whoop. And he had the original right there, and I had to listen to that, and you'd be surprised at how these songs evolve over the years. But I'm really looking forward to getting this album out, and to answer a lot of people's requests, it's just for you, so hope you'll be looking for that. Now, on a different note, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'd like to try a song that I recorded, taken from my gospel album, and it's a real important song for me because I had the pleasure of taking two of my sisters, or bringing them up to Nashville. They had never been in a recording studio in their life, and boy, it was a thrill, to say the least. And a cousin of mine who has since passed away wrote like 6 or 7 of the songs on this album, and it just means a whole lot to me. I'd like to try one of the songs off of it that was written by my cousin Bobby Bost and two of my sisters, Virginia and Mary Lois, who's passed away since, helped me with the harmony on it. So y'all keep your fingers crossed for me, okay? One called Climb Higher. I've been low, and I've been high. I've laughed some, but oh, I've cried. Teardrops fell like gentle rain, washing away the pain. And in my grief and deep despair, I called the shepherd's name in prayer. Master, shepherd of the sheep, help me. And he spoke in gentle tones to me. Climb higher and see that beyond the misty veil, the sun is shining. Follow me where tears are wiped away. The path that leads to Calvary is marked with tears you shed for me. A rugged cross you bore with love to bring me to my knees. How can I then give less than all? Uphold me, Lord, lest I fall upon the rocky hill so steep. And he spoke in gentle tones to me. Climb higher and see that beyond the misty veil, the sun is shining. Follow me where tears are wiped away. Follow me where tears are wiped away. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Beautiful, Gene. Gene Watson. Gene, I got to ask you, on the album where you re-recorded the old songs, you got such a great, were you able to do them in the same key, or did you have to
Yes,
change?
I
Same
did.
key that you did them in the
Did
studio.
'em
Not
in-
many of us can say we.
I did them in the same key, and I mean, Bill, I wouldn't have believed how much I've changed, you know, that changed the tempos, the phrasing. And Dirk didn't let me get by with changing no phrasing or nothing. I mean, you know, and if I phrased it a little bit different because it was easier, oh no. And he'd say, this is the way you done it originally, you know. And so, you know, a lot of times you buy cover songs and they're altogether different. The phrasing's different. They're in different keys and all that. And you know as well as I do, they're just not, they don't come up to expectations. I mean, as far as who buys them. And we wanted this to be the same thing that they bought back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And we're even doing them in the same key and everything. It's just brought up to date, all the sounds and everything, and some of the cleanest stuff I've ever recorded.
You mean you did When I'm Gone? Did you do that?
It wasn't that easy, but
What note is that?
Also, don't ask me. I just try to sing it, not play it.
What key? What farewell party? What is it?
I don't know. Ask them.
What key is it in? Huh?
What key is it in,
I
Derek?
know you.
but you know, I just did the album with Rhonda, you know, Darren's sister and everything, and let me tell you, that was an experience that was above all others. This lady is so talented. Of course, I learned how to sing in church, and all of my sisters and brothers and everything, you know, and there wasn't any patterns. I mean, you jumped up there and started singing, and everybody reading lips and everything. Rhonda's that way. I mean, she is on you. I don't care what you do. You know, we went on the Grand Ole Opry. The first time we ever met was in the round circle at the Grand Ole Opry and performed, and I was scared to death. And she run out there like she is singing with Darren, you know. And just, I mean, I couldn't lose her. I mean, her phrasing and everything's right on it, and it's an experience. So I'm happy to have got to work with her. I understand where you're coming from, though. Her motor runs 24/7.
Yeah.
I finally sat down in the studio and I said, Rhonda, you're going to have to slow down. I said, you're killing me. But she's a fantastic artist, and it's such a pleasure to get to work with her. That's on a brand new album by me and Rhonda Vincent.
It's a great album, too. Tell everybody the name of it one more
Your
time.
Money and My Good Looks. Don't say nothing, Mo.
It's there. But I ain't gonna say it.
But,
We've talked a lot about the great songwriters, as usual, when we do these. And another of the great songwriters, two of them actually, would be Guy Clark and Rodney Crowell. I was privileged to have a hit with one of Guy's songs called The Carpenter. And this is a song I've recorded. It's been around for a while. Probably everybody's heard maybe Guy do it, or maybe Rodney. I'm not sure. But I love what this song has to say. I'm a fairly simple guy. I like simple things. And in this world we live in now, simple is what we've got to head back to, in my opinion. And this song, I think, underlines that. This is called Stuff That Works. Got an old blue shirt and it suits me just fine. I like the way it feels, so I wear it all the time. Got an old guitar, won't ever stay in tune. I like the way it sounds in a dark and empty room. Got an old pair of boots and they fit just right. I can work all day and I can dance all night. Got an old used car that runs just like a top. I get the feeling it ain't ever gonna stop. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, stuff you feel, stuff that's real, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a pretty good friend who's seen me at my worst. He can't tell if I'm a blessing or a curse, but he always shows up when the chips are down. That's the kind of stuff I like to be around. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall, stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Got a woman I love, she's crazy and paints like God. She's got a playground sense of justice, she won't take ours. I got a tattoo with her name right through my soul. I think everything she touches turns to gold. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up, the kind of stuff you don't hang on the wall. Stuff that's real, stuff you feel, the kind of stuff you reach for when you fall. Stuff that works, stuff that holds up.
What a great song, and what a great song to wrap everything up with. Our family reunion getting together. Thanks to everybody for